Hey y'all, what's up? It is, I can't find my watch under the sweater cuff. Saturday, November 29th, 2025, 9:04 a.m. Did my daily hike. Last night, after I went to the Superior Bathhouse and had a Space Force Hazy IPA and a pretzel with 3 different dips that were amazing, I walked, let's see, where did I park? On Spring Street, I think it is. Just above the Hill Wheatley parking area. Or is that Reserve and Central? By the VA. I walked down, and I don't normally do this, but I went on Park Avenue, which is Highway 7. That would be north, like towards Hot Springs Village. And I went into that gas station and had a Arnie Palmer Arizona iced tea and lemonade. And I saw there's a head shop there I've been to, and I noticed they're like, come in and thrift. Head shops need to have more stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it needs to be a hangout. It needs to have other stuff going on. I mean, I guess you can make a business just selling tobacco and smoking supplies, but it needs to be a cultural hangout. That guy's nice there. I forget where they moved from. It's a young Christian couple with a kid. I'll have to go by and talk to him after here. They have this cool Namco Pac-Man crane game type of thing I want to try anyway. I'm very happy that, let's see, Samantha, Sam, and there's an engineer. He's like close to my age at 49, 46 something, out of Benton. He joined last night the games group I have on Meet 5. That's for, I mean, I'm open to whatever. You just have to have a group on there, you know, so. But it's like bowling, pool, arcade, card games, role-playing games, board games, whatever. But yeah, I'll make another group for frisbee golf, pickleball, basketball, etc. But I'm glad that that's finally taken off. I'm sorry I can't remember that gentleman's name at the moment. If I switched away, it would cut this video or I'd look it up. But then also Jeff Miller, who I know from Facebook, we like each other's posts. I don't think I've met him yet. I feel like I've met him probably for years. Been occasionally chatting. I know he does a lot of electrical, mechanical repair, and he even sponsors these repair cafes, something like that I think they're called, that I missed out on. So hopefully I'll get to go to those. Take my son Parker, who's 15. It'd be great. But of course I would like to have a hiking group. So yeah, it's just kind of tough how it's designed. It's got to be like, and I get it, because that's the whole point. You don't want Facebook where there's all these groups and you don't ever do anything. You want people to show up and locally and work on activities. But that means, you know, if I have a hiking group, I guess I could say every day. I'm hiking every day. Or walking downtown, you know, walking somewhere by some park or something. So maybe I'll just set it up like that daily. That's what I'll do. But okay, now once people join that group on Meet 5, any of them, but I am trying out the premium, which allows you to, it obscures, if you're free, either you can join for free, but it obscures who looks at your profile. But if you pay, you can see them. And then I think it's only after they join your activity, then you can private chat with them. But of course, that should be reserved for the purpose of group discussions. And if you're wanting to communicate with people outside of that, then don't give your personal details. You know, I use a Google Voice number for my public phone number. I picked that up from affiliate marketing. Let's see. Games, hiking. Oh, I did start one for going out, you know, to a restaurant, maybe see some live music. There is a date for next Friday at Maxine's. I don't even know what's going on with the music, but I don't want to get smashed drunk or anything. And you don't even have to drink alcohol. I want to get better at that. You know, maybe I'll bring in or drink some non-alcoholic beers or get some cocktails. Even if you mixed it in, right? Got to be adaptable. Got to break the patterns where ritual becomes not something that is positive and increases awareness, but decreases awareness. That's why I got tired of my pattern of coming home to the tent, smoking weed, having a beer, watching a YouTube or a podcast, because all of that is consumer behavior, as if I don't have anything worthy to write down, or now I want to work on a magazine, a zine. Could be with people far away that submit stuff, but it needs to be distributed locally. That was one of the few positive things. I'm already getting hotter than Hades. That's one of the few positive things about watching the movie Running Man last night with my best friend Colin. Hold on. is that, well, first of all, it is a communist propaganda feast. Now, it's just not a good one. If you want to watch a good communist propaganda movie, watch Blue Collar. Richard Pryor, Harvey Keitel, Yaphet Kotto, Ed Begley Jr. That's from like 1981, about how it's not going to work. You're not going to get anywhere in the union. And you're not going to get anywhere working with some punk that's pretending to be a college student, but really is FBI trying to get dirt on your union, asking you questions about it. And yeah, Richard Pryor's the squeaky wheel, and he ends up getting promoted. But you know, once you're in, all you care about is your family and the inside group, and you know, your best friend. Watch that movie to find out what happens to him. So, in Running Man, it's just not as good as the original. It's way too long. It's way too on the nose about, you know, it's just gotta, I am that guy. I'm kind of on both sides of the track. I both inherited money and then also been homeless for years living in the forest. But, you know, I drive for DoorDash and my wheels are humming because probably the wheel bearings need to be changed, but it's like $1,300 at least. You know, a guesstimate talking to DJ's Auto in North Little Rock. So, but the part I did like is that he works for a union, and unions have died. And this part I actually agree with. Like, there's what's his name? Joseph Sarah? No. He's in like those. Oh, what's the guy that do Rushmore? That not the Phantom Complex. Oh, darn it. Benicio del Toro, and you know, the guys that do, wait a minute, I'm getting them all confused. It's not the guys that do The Big Lebowski. That's the Coen brothers, I think. Anyway, Sarah. He is a son of a guy that was a cop, and he was in New York, and all the cops basically, you know, eventually are just working for a corporation. The whole country's just a business. So I certainly agree with that left side of things, and all the Trump people are populists and agree on that too. That they don't like how Trump really is a globalist, posing as America first. You know, where's all this getting rid of NAFTA and bringing these jobs back to America, manufacturing, let's see that. You know, and then complicated stuff. I don't want a bunch of Somalis and inbred Arabs and Muslims and people, Hindus or whatever, but Asian people to be engineers, yeah, I support those people being brought over here to help America be the best, because they assimilate to the culture that they're in, because they have a sense of respect, versus people that come over here and take all the benefits of America and hate it, you know. Somebody from Somalia who earns $30,000 but then takes $50,000 in welfare for his family. Now, it's not fair to pick on the poor people, because Jeff Bezos doesn't pay any taxes. It's one thing to have a capitalist system that has benefits for following the law and paying your taxes and making more money, and you know, you're putting more money into the economy, creating jobs like that. Well, we can have understandings about what your corporate and personal tax rate is, but we really, of course, need the left and the right to work together, and I hope to find other radicals in all groups and moderates, centrists, or whatever. That's my whole point in networking. Well, I got started doing all that because of affiliate marketing, but then I got frustrated with all this conspiracy, occult, 9/11 truther stuff, because they don't do anything about anything. They just talk like a bunch of Marxist coffeehouse fags. So, yeah, just like if I could just get more of my food from the farmer's market, which I say that all the time and never do. That's the church that we need to be in, where people just raise their hand and they go, this is something I'm feeling a lot of shame about, a lot of guilt. You know, I've volunteered for 2 different local food distribution networks in Little Rock. Yeah, they have, I mean, it's just as good as DoorDash. They got everything on the internet. You can get not just produce, you can get all your meat, all your homemade goods delivered. You'll pick up and delivery just like Walmart. So, you know, I appreciate DoorDash. I just got hired today at McDonald's, so I'm thankful for that. I think it starts on the 1st, but it's starting to rain just a little bit, so I'll put the phone up. But yeah, I'm just real excited. I'm finally starting to gain traction with the Meat 5 group. I'll put a link in the description to the app and to my profile and different activities, whether you're here in Arkansas or elsewhere. You should use it. Alrighty then. Hope you're getting some physical activity. What is something that you like to do that's good for you and the community that you'd like to help others enjoy with you in a Meat 5 group? Thank you. Hey, it is 11 o'clock on the dot, back here at Gopher Gorge Campground. Hope to do some acting with Colin and friends here someday. I have this fantasy idea I want to come true, 2 of them. One of them is Arkansas Ninja Challenge, rock climbing, Northwest. Canoeing, Buffalo River, hunting and fishing, something with a Bowie knife, that kind of a thing. And then I also want to do what my childhood friend Dave Hill did. He organized a Midnight Madness scavenger hunt based on the like 79 around there Disney movie about these college kids that compete in a scavenger hunt on teams. Yeah, so I'm running a lot more, still running and walking, but yeah, I can tell that I'm able to get back down to regular breathing quick, so that's good. Got to remember to take my supplements. I want to buy those plastic things for every day, so I don't have to fiddle with all those bottles every day. Oh, that is that, and that's where it's at. So why don't you join my meetup walking hiking group? I'm gonna put it up. You know, I do it every day, and I want to make it where it's for people that don't want to work too hard and those that want to push themselves. Because in like a emergency situation, that's what you'd be dealing with. Strong people and weak people. You gotta help each other. Okay, have a good day.